Imagine going into a classroom where the teacher doesn't smile, doesn't make eye contact, doesn't use any gestures while talking. Even if the teacher says the right words, the children they could feel disconnected, uncomfortable, out of their place. As someone who works with children every day, I learned that communication is more than using words. In fact, children often understand better while we communicate with them if we're using the right body language, the right tone of voice. That's why today I'm going to talk about nonverbal communication and why is it important for early childhood development. So first we're going to talk about what nonverbal communication is. Nonverbal communication is a process of sending a message without using words, as I said before, body language, tone of voice, making eye contact. According to the American Physiological Association, nonverbal communication plays a major role in how people understand emotions and intentions. For example, if the teacher says good job, smiling and doing a thumbs up, the children still will receive the message in a very positive way. Now that we understand what nonverbal communication is, I wanna explain why is it important. This first reason is that it helps us build and trust and emotional security. The children they often doesn't communicate to us because they don't know how to do it. We have to make them feel comfortable to do it. They have to see us that we want to help them, we want to listen to them. And according to the Harvard Center of the Developing Child, positive interactions between adults and children help create strong relationships. I'm not saying this just to do it with children. This can help us with our family relationships, our partner relationships, our co-workers, children, everyone. And the second reason is that it supports learning and language development. Children are often observing us, the adults. They want to see, they want to listen everything, they want to see everything. If they see us gelling and making like mad facial expressions, they will think, like, oh, I'm mad for this, or mommy and daddy are sad because of that. And that's not what we want to give them. We don't want them to receive all of that energy. Um, the third reason is that nonverbal communication improves classroom management. For example, instead of constantly raising my voice, I could use my hands. I could make signs with my hands. I could make eye contact to direct the children instead of disturbing the class all the time. Understanding the value of nonverbal communication is very important. The thing is, how we're using it in the classroom. Are we using it in the classroom? So we're gonna talk about a few strategies that, as a teachers, we can use in the classroom to help our better nonverbal communication with our children and families. One strategy is using positive facial expressions. Children are most likely to participate, at least in my case, if I show myself that I'm happy, that I want to be there to help them, that they can feel um, they can feel that I want them to participate, I want them to be there. Another strategy is using gestures and visual supports. For example, pointing at classroom materials. Something else that I do a lot in my classroom is I put a lot of pictures around the classroom and the wall so the children they can follow what we're doing, and I can show them with pictures too the rules of the classroom. And for them, uh, the visual things they can understand more than words, maybe because their development is not that high yet. A third strategy is practicing active listening through body language. The teachers they can meet on the level of the child and make eye contact using a open body language and a calm tone of voice so they can feel that we are receiving their message and that they can feel value and that we're listening to them. According to the National Association for the Education of Young Children, responsive interactions between teachers and children contribute a stronger social and emotional development. As I said before, this is important not just in a classroom as a teacher, it is important with our families, all our relationships, older people, younger people, so we can have a effective communication with everyone. Because I could say the perfect words, but maybe it's not what I say, it's how I say it. So in conclusion, today we learned um, that nonverbal communication is much than just simple gestures. We learn what nonverbal communication is, the strategies that we can use, and why is it important. As future educators and parents, we should remember that children are always watching us. We are their superheroes. They want to be like us, so they will copy everything that we're saying or how we are acting. Sometimes the message is not the message that we communicate is not using words. It's more than that. Um, it's more powerful than that. So thank you so much.